this is a problem, the voice of the people. Well, as you know, Sankey, you know how the Nagamuti is not so well.
Yes, he's already in the United States of
yes,
America.
yes.
He has to have a bypass surgery. We wish him well. You know, of course, it's a taxpayer's expense. But that brings us to the issue where poor people can't get proper treatment.
That's right.
They can't afford health care.
Yes.
Even at the public hospital, I don't think you can go there and get any heart surgery done, you know, with
Who you pay this month? Who pays this month
for minimal
who pays
cost?
for Prime Minister Nakamudu? The state?
No, the state will have to pay that because
okay.
he's there.
Oh, but there's people who got heart surgery and not getting heart surgery done.
Well, there are different kinds of. You speak. This is a bypass. And then you have those with stent and all that. Dr. Carpin has been the main guy for at the clinic, but he also operates at the Heart Institute, and he operates outside too at places like Woodlands and so on.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that poor people can't afford for these procedures. They can't afford.
Poor people have to die.
Well, it would appear so.
Yes.
We've got to try to render some assistance, some subsidized assistance to the poor people who have to go back for second.
Second opinion or something.
A second stent, or a third stent. You know, it's bad. Now, I noticed that the police chief, as well as the Ben Shop Foundation, they rewarded the Glasgow girl who rescued her brother in Glasgow, East Bangor East. They gave her gifts, and I think the Ministry of Social Protection should ensure that she has a secure home environment. She and her brother, they should make sure if the mother can't take care of her properly, they make sure that she has a proper home environment. And I think the president should donate a bicycle. Give her to go to school. She should get free education.
I'm sure the president can do that.
Yeah.
I show you that.
Yeah. Now, besides that, we see a lot of problems here. The Marriott was almost taken over by Republic Bank last year, but it seems that they're doing a much better now. GII is asked to produce financials because they had applied to raise the rate that they charge customers, you know, for the service, water service. But the Consumer Association is saying, no, give us your financial statements.
Right.
So we'll see what happens there before they can have a rate increase, you know. So that is another situation we're monitoring closely. And we saw that the president met the GDF top brass concerning defense. You know, because there are a lot of concerns. You have these syndicatos from Venezuela, bandits who go and rob people and so on. So we need to monitor the border, especially.
What do you think about the crime rate? It's increasing every day. Crime is increasing.
An old friend of mine, a guy named Nyrone Hack, an accountant.
Yes.
I just got a report this morning that he was killed over the weekend at LBI. Bandits attacked him. Apparently, he had a blow to the head, and then they said he might have suffered a heart attack. Nyrone Hack. I sent out condolences to his family. You know, it's a sad. He lived at LBI, and I think his wife came from outside, from the States.
And we want to give the sympathy to him. The Prime Minister was not going to give us a good
Well, we wish him good luck. We wish that he would get
fast
recovery after the operation that he's undergoing. Now, they also mentioned that there are vanishing documents in the magistrate's courts. You know, like you have a court case coming up, like when this lawyer was charged for killing.
There's a whole problem with the court system. That's sickening.
Whether it be cases for the court, for the magistrate, or whether it be transport documents, they've been missing. And I already suggested that they should scan. We've got to make use of computers now. When a person brings in documents, you scan it and you have copies.
They don't know that?
Well, I don't know. They're not doing it efficiently then.
Okay.
You know, so you have backups. You know, so nobody can pay somebody to if they go and destroy. If they have access to the computers as well, then you know that is who the inside person is. You know.
Let me open like the calling program now. We can open like answer, right?
Yeah.
Anyone who want to give me calls, you can make calls now.
Yeah.
Sanky, what do you think about that? The oil.
Well, the oil, every day there's a comment. And I think there are ads too telling people not to invest and whatnot. You know, it's ridiculous. But what is happening is that the oil people and the government would know if there's some secret reason why they accepted that, you know, and maybe there should be more of a public disclosure.
Waiting for the sugar workers issue at this time.
Well, I see even Jagdio is contemplating taking legal action too, and all, you know, and because
now he closed the sugar industry.
But he wants.
He's a part of it.
Even though they get partial payments, you want to. Maybe they've got money now to spend on that action. You know, maybe he's going to release some of the PPP money or Gawu's money because Gawu had a lot of money too from what they collected from the people. So we'll see what happens there. And also, we see the police is seeking information from the GRA on suspected hijacked cars. You know, they were hijacking cars, stealing them, you know, and then selling parts. Parts selling is bigger business than
business, yes. Now people complain about the review mirror disappearing, the jack disappearing, the battery disappearing. Who's and the area.
But people pay the junkies to do that.
Junkies,
you know, they pay the junkies.
I'm lies they got other lies they go.
So if they catch the junkie might even remember who it was who asked him to do it. You know, so those small things, but the big ones, you know, with hijacking of the cars, that's a big racket which they seem to be onto the gangs.
What do you think the police should be doing? Call it. Hello. Hello? Yes, you're in here.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes,
good afternoon.
I have a problem with the MDC of Grove and Diamond.
Yes.
You got the Chinese in front of me there, and every 2 months it block up. They put a pipe, a 10-inch pipe across the road, the street, right?
Yes.
It block up. Every time you tell them vex more than you.
Okay.
And they poke fat at the back, give a piece, they poke fat. And up to this morning, I got a problem. Yes, they're supposed to think my garbage. They said it's too heavy. I don't know how this operates, sir.
Please give me the location. Give me the location.
Look into the matter.
Okay.
The car back this morning, and now see them say it's heavy that bring the email for lift it. I don't understand them. This thing here is fighting me, man.
Carla, give me the location.
Diamond Cinema Street, right opposite the ball field.
Okay.
Fresco, the restaurant in front at the road, by near the hospital.
Okay,
So let's come and visit the street. I got some big patrol.
Okay, I'm visit the area. To there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right near the hospital, the back you coming.
To the visit, please.
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's so many things going on, but people are concerned with the crime.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Can't answer. You don't
Yes.
know what it is.
People are very much because you had a fellow named Rickford Burke, writing from the USA and saying that people are very concerned. The Guyanese in the diaspora, they are very much concerned with the crime situation in Guyana.
But I think it's what you think about the sugar industry right now.
Well, the sugar industry, they have to come to some decisions right now.
Agreement or something.
Yeah, agreement with people like DDL, if they're going to take away and more or not. Time is going, and the people want to know what to expect.
Hello?
Good afternoon, Mr. Sharp.
Good afternoon.
I'm calling again to touch on this crime.
Yes.
Mr. Sharma, last week I calling and I tell you, how long Labour and play a part with it? This crime thing.
What party do you want to? What party you want to play?
Labour need to go out and let people get the right pay where they have to get.
Yes.
And look at this here, Mr. Sharma.
Yeah.
RA is just sitting down looking after their money. They don't looking after other people. This is not them work, I understand, but this crime is that everybody got to come together and try.
I know the crimes aren't increase.
Right, look at this here.
Yes.
When the year closed, the government tell you how much gold and everything sell and how much you make.
Yes.
Nobody and checking how much a worker in the bush got work for, you know. These miners give you anything they give you.
Okay.
But Labour look after the top.
Okay.
Now look at this here. You go for work.
Yes, yes.
These people pay you anything.
Yes.
You have these young ladies in Regent Street right now with the Chinese act.
Yes, yes.
Labour and checking there, you know. Yes. So now this is what happens.
Yes.
You go out for work and somebody giving you $2,000, $3,000. Not everybody got the faith to do it, so that's why they turn to crime.
Yeah, they should have a minimum
yes.
Yes.
So that if, for instance, now if I go look for a job, And these people telling me, I do construction work.
Yes.
I tell you, I like go by Gafu there last. Big demands of 454 tradesman.
Yes.
They ain't taking our helper.
Yes.
Right away, telling you, as a tradesman, you got to work as a helper. Listen, now, I come home back, but I got faith. I seeking more work around. I wouldn't go and do crime. Some people ain't got the faith now. If I could have go to labor and tell them, this money, this is what they want to pay me.
But you're a construction worker. There's some construction going on in Kingston with Mr. Khan by Duke Street. Why not check him out? There's a lot of construction going on there.
Yes, Mr. Skipper, you have a lot of work going on in the country with construction work.
Yes.
Is the pay the people exploiting you?
How much
I can check there where you tell me about the exploiting.
How much you got to pay? How much you got to pay?
Mr. Sharma, you say the lease a trade man forget. To get 7,000. Right? Now what happened to trade man? You still get grade. Everybody can't get that money.
Okay.
So you get grade. Now starting with a helper doing construction work.
Yes.
Supposed to get $5,000. Oh, you want to give him $3,000? And the man in the heart of sun, he gonna lose faith, and this is where the crime come in. And the business people have to play a part. One person can't fight this crime.
But check with Mr. Khan next door to the Sugar Industry Labour Welfare Fund. I think he has some guys who are doing some work with a 6-story building. I think they built. Check him out.
Okay, so the labor got to play a part.
Okay.
Have to.
Thank you very much.
Labor Department must set minimum standards. Yes.
Yes, because look, one more thing, the companies from outside don't come and they're gonna abuse we.
Yes.
They're gonna abuse we. Nobody in there for see labor in there to tell them how much we have to get.
And you
so
should
they say, look, this is the next thing. The contractors in this country bidding for $15, $16, $90 million.
Okay.
The contract, they pay the tax, yes, they get what they have to get. But who telling them, labor ever tell them, listen, you have to get trade man so much? They lose you like half. They don't nobody in concern for nobody. That is why the crime, because everybody got his face stand up in the sun for that's why the crime.
You make a good point. But check the oil and gas too. Their jobs going there as well. Right?
The jobs, Guyana have a lot of jobs. But because of the exploit of the payment of people, woman and man, that is why the crime come in.
Okay.
In my village here, I have a lot of little boys sometimes when I get a piece of water.
Which village is that?
On the East Bank.
Okay.
A lot of little boys is there, sometimes I scare them, I give them $5,000 for help. Children want to work. It's not for say all them bad, but now everybody got a faith and everybody just exploit them. That is why the crime can't done. And this crime is not one person got to go out and look. Try to solve this crime.
Okay, I agree. The Labor Department should set minimum standards.
They have to.
Yes. What do you think about why do you think about the hijacking cars?
But it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Some of them who going to hijack and take a chance to take off a wavy mirror for a little 5,000-6,000.
Yes.
He taking well more less than half, and now he take them. Right? But if a job there for every day he could go and do a helper work for 5,000, he can check 6,500 to start it, maybe leave it alone.
Okay. What are you going to do is people steal the mirrors and cars?
They don't get big money for that.
Why do you do with the people who steal the mirror and the car?
The business people is the next part.
Yeah.
When the thief is, they're going to sell back some of them business.
Mirror, yes.
Don't run for this. This is the real life we live in here. This is not no duck nothing or hide it.
Okay.
Them is a part of it too. Back in the days, only cast things are a little strict now with this government. Back in the days, the business people give them for go and rob people with guns. Nothing to hide.
Okay.
But now this government get a little serious with guns, so you get little, it's eased up. Nothing to hide. This is how this crime got.
Okay, then. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. This crime situation is getting worse.
Yes, and
people are stealing the mirror. Every day swing for a mirror, steal from the business place. And then they're not used to the mirror. They're stealing the mirror and they destroy the mirror.
We need to have
the back mirror and the front mirror disappear.
We need to have CCTV cameras in certain strategic places.
How much camera you put on?
And then the individual people now, you could set up your own cameras in your residence.
Yes.
You know? And then you'll be able to...
How many people afford to set up cameras?
Not everybody can afford
that's right.
But the public, the government is supposed to have those cameras at certain strategic points around the city and elsewhere. So we hope that they're reviewing these cameras.
Police are being protection. We are paying for protection in this country.
Yeah, and neighbors should watch out for each other.
That's right.
Yes.
Call you in hello.
Good day, sir.
Good day.
No, with the same Grove and DC, so they're not checking in Diamond, so they're allowing people to build sheds along with their house, so straight over into the neighbor's yard. When the rain falls, because they even can't take out the water, so you always flooding up the neighbor's yard.
Yes, that's true.
And they reported it to the government NDC and they never did nothing. I got a problem. I got 5 years now. I reported it and they never come.
And what they said to you?
Huh?
What they said to you?
What they told you?
They are not coming.
Okay. Hey, you have elections coming up, you know.
And they are not coming at all.
Election nothing to do with that.
Local government elections, remove those officials.
Yes.
I know I got to drain from back to front, inside both sides.
Okay.
Drain the water, but some of them don't even know it.
Oh, Carla, thank you very much.
Yeah, they left it. And where the water going to go?
Okay.
You got to elect people who will represent your interests.
Yes.
Yeah, I even spoke to one of them and nothing doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Call you in the hello. Thank you for talking about the oil problem. Waiting for the oil now.
No, well, it seems as if the conference is a success.
Yes.
Everybody is saying the conference is a success. People were enlightened as to what is going on. Job opportunities were being offered here and there. And our friend, he's going to Durga.
Durga.
He wants to set up something at Linden area where he can do some refinery, a small refinery, which is a good idea. You know, it will bring jobs, and then he could fit the market to suit Guyana's oil needs, and then northern part of Brazil.
We got to get Durga. Please come in that program.
Yeah, we welcome Mr. Durga on the program. Maybe on Saturday he can come on. Yes. I think somebody's there.
Yeah, we were talking about the oil.
Yes, so that is a good idea that he wants to get involved at a small refinery. Say you don't go for the big refineries now. We could refine and have our own oil refinery here, which would make the things even cheaper for right?
We want to continue this program, talk about health.
Yeah.
Health situation is very, very important in this country.
Yes, we need to do much more for the poorer people who can't afford
health.
Especially your NIS coverage.
Yeah.
When you pass a certain age, they don't cover you.
Yes.
Yeah? So if they were working at NIS coverage, and then a heart attack comes at age 67, there's no coverage, right? A stroke, whatever it is, arthritis, they're not covered. So we need to do something to help those people, you know. And the poor people can't afford anything.
Caller, you're here. Hello.
Good day, Mr. Sharma.
Yes.
Good day, Mr. Swanky.
Yeah.
Good day.
I see on the news last night. It's only now, Barajak, you know that the King Curtis them need help, that he sponsoring money for the Tekalaya and all these things, and they got the money. Why they do that when they kicking them up at will?
Yes.
And why you must keep showing the same all the time over and over?
Yes.
I will do it.
You've got to see.
Yes.
He never like them. You only drumming now because he's trying to get back
He drumming.
So he can try everything to see if they can help people go to power, but he can't get power. But please show the clip, Mr. Sharma.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Forgetting.
Okay.
We do them.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sharma.
Thank you very much. Call you in the hello. What the caller said just now.
Exactly. Why
But
did
you beat up the show workers.
Yes.
And they lock me up. They lock me up, beat up the show. And tear gas me too.
No, you say he represented the
He
workers.
represents your workers now.
Yeah.
Call you in the hello.
We do moto.
Hello? He went and drank rum early this morning.
These guys have nothing to do, but they're employed by the PVP.
Yeah, PVP, yes. They were focused on the health facility. Waiting for the health situation in this country.
No, we've got to do more. We have so many doctors who've been going for training. We have offshore places where we train doctors now, and University of Guyana too is producing doctors. So the question is we have so many doctors, we have a range of facilities which we should have more in the country areas as well. And all should be at the same level of optimum level where you have the best nurses and the best doctors. Don't save all for one.
What are you thinking about the poorer class people who don't get health facility? Poor people in this country.
The poor people are left to die because they can't afford it. They can't afford to have like what Ragamuto's got bypass.
Okay.
They can't afford to have stents.
Okay.
You know? So we've got to do something more for them.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you think they should have done?
Well, they can subsidize the cost, you know.
Okay.
You subsidize the cost, reduce it to bare minimum, you know, subsidize the cost.
Okay.
Because people are paying over $1 million just to stent, and stay in the hospital. It doesn't make sense, you know. Over like 1,200,000 to 300,000, depending on the time you stay, the length of time you stay in the hospital, and it's not, you know. The cards are stacked against you if you're poor, you know. In this country, you can't live long, you know.
Let me don't talk about the Josh Hospital. Let me talk about other hospital like Mahaika, Maikoni.
That they should bring them up to the level, to the higher level,
yes.
so they have the best doctors in everywhere and the best equipment everywhere. That should be the aim. Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
And we can't encourage it all the time. Yes.
Yes.
You cars have to turn on the volume. Please turn your volume down.
Raise the standards all around. So you have top-notch doctors and nurses who are concerned with people, who are caring people, you know, kind and listen to people. We don't want nurses on the cell phone when they're attending, you know.
Okay.
We need nurses who are paying rapt attention to the patients they have in their care, you know, and who are concerned about their welfare.
Call again here.
Hello?
Good afternoon, Mr. Sherman.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Man, I went to the Royal Catholic Hospital yesterday.
Yes, that's what I want to hear.
I got belly work, fever, cold fever, and I wasn't feeling well, so you had a couple of patients.
Yes.
I told the doctor that I feel bad. I just want to lay down till you look after the patient and you can look at me.
Okay.
Because you don't want to go in before the patient.
Yes.
You know what he told me? He said to cut your chair and sit down.
What?
Yeah, she said to cut your chair and sit down and see the doctor.
Okay.
So I see the administrator for the hospital.
Okay.
And I talked to her.
Yes.
I sit up on the bed and then after the she would get up and start. We said, Madam,
Yes.
that's the problem.
Yeah.
You know what she told me?
Yeah.
She said, you could stand up. Now, if I could follow and not by her and get in there, that's what I was saying.
Yes.
I just asked her to look and I get that then belongs to the administrator and a nurse.
Okay.
Which hospital is this?
Leonore Cottage Hospital.
Leonore Cottage.
Another, that's right.
Yeah.
Now, the next thing.
Yeah.
Then I got the nurse that sent me to check the fever. She said, the thing now work. Then had a Cuban lady doctor, saw my condition and he said, come.
Yeah.
And she looked after me and she sent me to test me. She said, I never think of the fever.
Okay.
He said, no, I'm so going to get
No, wait, they're having test. No, they're having test fever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those people need to move from there that make sure they can drop them on his racial.
Okay. Why you say racial?
Get rid of the put people coming to confident people. Only last week
That is not racial. That is not racial.
The Cuban is not.
Not racial. Not racial. Okay. You got to choose the word.
Yeah, you see, people are jumping to this thing. But everything is racial.
Yes.
Right? A Cuban. What do you say to these Cubans? You know?
Donald Trump is a bit racial.
Yes.
Call in. Hello. Yes.
Yeah, Donald Trump wants to slash even the money for diplomacy and foreign aid, and you know, even the Congress, the Republicans are saying that's not right. You know, soft power is better than hard power. You know, soft power where you can talk to people rather than go in this arms race again with North Korea and Russia. You know.
I think Donald Trump can get a second term.
You think so?
Yes, he got a second term. Yes.
Maybe in the Mados.
No, he got a second term. Yes.
Good day, Mr. Sheriff.
Good day.
Talking about health,
Yeah.
we were talking about the eye clinic in hospital.
Yes.
For 7 years I go in there. I visually impaired, and right now I'm shut in there. I always be in the house. They say I got to do a surgery, but I got to go to Trinidad or in the States.
Why got to go to Trinidad for?
Because I got a detached retina in my eyes.
Okay.
I don't see far, barely just about 2 feet.
Okay.
You checked Balwant Singh Hospital?
Yes, I went there too.
How much they said to you?
The man said I got to praise God if that left side what I got.
How much?
For the left side that
You got to praise God.
Okay, praise God.
I do not.
Okay, okay.
Went several places all over in Guyana. I went to Diamond all over, you think about.
Okay.
I want to know what happened when I used to send people to Cuba and everything things up. Why they can't send me to one of those places?
Yeah, Cuba is Cuba, and you approach authorities in this regard. Which hospital you went to?
Georgetown or because.
Okay. Maybe you should inquire whether they have any such exchange.
Judging the hospital very careless, very careless with patient, very careless.
I asked her,
and millions of dollars, people got to pay with the hospital. Millions of dollars.
Specialist in Guyana.
Yes.
He said no.
Yeah, you should find out if they can check out with Cuba. They could easily find out if you could. Because Cuba is one of the countries that has advanced,
technology.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
And no, the next thing.
Yes.
When you go to the clinic, the doctor is telling you to come back next 2 months.
Okay.
You write a prescription for you collect the drug. But when you collect the drug only lasts in your 2 weeks.
Okay. Yes, that's true. I heard about that. That's exactly true to what people are saying.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Call your name.
Call you.
Yeah. Call your name. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Sharma, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
I was your phone right now. I went in public hospital 26.
Yes.
And I sick, I went from bed in the hospital, and then nurse let me get a big sore. You see the nurse coming in the hospital, and I got time with you. When they come in on phone.
Yes.
Phone on the phone.
Yeah, on the phone.
Yes, right.
And when I talk about I asked you, look, I had selective jealousy.
Yes.
Now, me got a medication. The another medication to give you? Look, me got some big injection.
Okay.
And you got buy everything got to buy. And only people me got to my house.
Okay. Okay.
And me as a poor man, me can't afford to buy them.
Okay. Okay.
Right now, me not buy medication because me got finance to go and buy.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
Huh?
What sickness you have?
I wake up just a morning and me fast and I went to the hospital.
Yeah.
We went in there. The nurse let me fall one from the bed and said, "How me a play trick."
Okay.
And we went to our hospital.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. How old are you now?
51.
You're a young man.
51 years.
Yes.
The nurse said, "You have to trick them for those time to fall."
Okay.
Yes.
They're not supposed to do that. Tell you
No,
your
no,
play
no.
trick.
They're not responsible for
They're
that.
not responsible for that. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Okay then, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
A lot of people call
Maybe a supervisor. They should have cameras for the supervisor to see what goes on in the hospital
I will
rooms.
take my camera.
Cameras.
I will take my camera. I'm going to interview some of the people. No. Next year,
You see, supervisor sits in his room, but he has cameras seeing how the nurses are treating the
That's
patients.
right, yes.
You know, we need to see.
Now, because I will take my camera and visit some the hospital.
Yes.
The public hospitals, right?
Yeah.
We're going to do that from this week.
Yes.
Okay, good. Call you in, hello? Hello, call you in, hello? Yeah, something wrong with the line.
Yeah, got both around.
Yeah, both line.
Yes, come back on. Yes.
Call you in, hello?
Good afternoon, Mr. Shah.
Good afternoon. You got to speak up.
Mr. Sankey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah, let me talk a little about this island.
Yes.
Did these people discover any isle in Region 4?
I don't know. You got to get specialists in that. Who specialize in that, right? I can't say that. We can't answer that question.
Is it waters, you know?
Yeah.
No, yeah, because it's up at the Pomeroon top, right?
Okay.
They
How you know
call this
How you know that?
block.
I mean, that is, I think, I mean, not because it's in the ocean, but I hear they talking nothing, doing nothing for Essequibo. All the well they in Essequibo.
No, there will be, you know, as we said that they will be doing something, you know.
I don't hear them in telling nobody.
No, the money has to spread around. It can't be.
I hear they telling nobody, well, people here, you know, place to work or to stay, like a hotel, or them ain't going to Essequibo and say nothing, because I think it's closer from Pomeroon, from Charity to where you have to go for this island.
Mm-hmm. I get to understand Venice is a part of Essequibo.
Huh?
I heard that Venice is a part of Essequibo.
Venezuela?
Venezuela claiming it.
Claim that Essequibo.
Yeah, but they can't just feel that Venezuela going to claim Essequibo.
I'm not saying that. I just.
Essequibo belongs to Guyanese.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Understand? And we as a Guyanese, we get.
But I saying that I allege.
Do you believe anybody Essequibo want to go to Venezuela?
Okay.
Not no.
You know, I just want to give a little clue.
Yeah. Yes.
You know how much Venezuelan in Essequibo?
Yes. I do know.
You all got a clue?
Was it
how much
thousands?
Venezuelan living in Essequibo?
Okay.
Was it
They
thousands?
come for food and betterment?
Okay.
Exactly.
Huh?
Yes.
I don't think the government even had got a clue.
No,
Okay.
no.
Because Essequibo, the people in Essequibo will run and say, that's well, man, you got a Venezuela man live here because the man don't trouble nobody.
Yeah, the
And
Venezuela.
come for hustle daily bread.
They're in town too.
Understand?
They're in Georgetown too. A guy told me that Rio got 100 women there.
Yeah.
Venezuela. Yes.
You know?
Okay.
Rio.
I think I hear they say nothing about Essequibo.
What you want to tell me what you want to know.
We got to develop Essequibo.
Okay.
If we well coming from Essequibo, nothing really doing for Essequibo.
Okay.
We need things at Essequibo.
Okay.
Because as far as me concerned, all the wealth and the oil is in Essequibo.
Okay.
Yeah, they will have to develop
Yes,
Essequibo.
yes.
You can't develop Region 4 Georgetown.
Oh.
Because
No.
everybody live in
No.
the city. You got to give me something.
Region for Linda. What you Region for is
You understand?
Yeah, they'll develop Region 9. Yes. You know, they've been doing work in Rupununi, you know. If you notice in Sunday's paper, you saw that they've been, because they had a drought at one time. They make sure that the things are better now so that you wouldn't experience that kind of drought that they had before, you know. They've had a company come in who did some work there, and the people were getting good water now, you know. I know. So there are things that are happening that people are not aware of.
the party is Region 4 now.
Huh?
Region 4.
Region 4 is right here.
Right here, that's right.
Yeah. Region 4 is right here.
Right here.
As far as my
Yeah, my code, that's right. That's Region 4. Call you any, hello? Hello? Yeah, people got know what you cover region that they got to have. Call you any, hello? Hello? Hello?
So it's not a question of developing Georgetown. The whole country will be developed with the oil money.
Not on Region 4 and Region 3 and Region 5. All of the whole country.
The whole country
whole
will
country.
benefit from the oil.
Yeah, call you. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Sharma.
Yes.
Mr. Sankey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
In connection with the health situation in this country,
Yes.
we're in a crisis, right? If you look at the Georgetown Hospital, the amount of people in this country coming down with kidney failure, right? And this government running all around the place to the building infrastructure. They got to bring some dialysis machine and put it in the hospital. The Minister of Health let Guyana on the ground. Now, Mr. Granger Zuka this problem for real.
Yeah. Why you say that? Why you say
Who's a
that?
qualified doctor,
Okay.
right? Who specialize in these things and know about this health, right? He put Miss Lawrence. I don't know what she really do. You all go to the hospital now and see a doctor was on the air this morning talking about thousands of patients who are coming in with kidney failure, and this government talking about infrastructure. You got to fix the people. You understand?
Okay.
Health is important, it's priority.
The people is the government of the country.
People start dying out and then they're not.
The people are the government of the country. The people, the government of the country.
They got to pay attention to the public hospital with this kidney failure. Young people dying out.
Okay.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much. Yes.
We need to get some statistics from the hospital as to.
Son, you got to understand. It's the people that government of this country. People is the government. Caller, you any? Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Mr. Sharma, I would like to hear a point of view about the 2%.
2%?
And the 2%.
Royalty?
I'll come.
Okay. Okay.
And another thing, how can they give me 18 million US dollars and they want 460 million US?
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Well, as they've been saying that we could always ask for a revision of the contract. If you're not satisfied with it, we could ask for a revision. Simple as that. If one party is not satisfied,
That's right.
you can ask for a revision.
Call in. Hello?
Good afternoon, Mr. Sharma.
Good afternoon, yes.
Who is the government of any country?
It's the people of the government of the country.
So why are you entertaining them when they continue hiring, but government got to do this and government got to do? Tell them already, if they don't know, let it just learn.
Yes.
They are dialysis machine right at Georgetown.
Okay. Thank you very much, yes. Okay, you see what I'm
saying? They said their dialysis machine right there.
You're right.
And this fellow Dubé had opened a center on the East Coast, so Dr. Dubé, who's based in Canada, yes, he had opened a center on the East Coast.
We must ask, tell them, you just tell them, no, they don't know. Call in, hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Mr. Sharma, the first thing.
Yes.
We got so much good health care. Why our Prime Minister is leaving Guyana for a heart surgery in America?
Yeah.
It is not our taxpayers' money.
Yeah.
It is.
It's not our, and we have carpets, we have a lot of heart surgeons here.
But the bypass?
It's the same thing. It's a flip of the coin we have. The PPP, you are condemning the PPP, but you got to condemn all you are. Look, you asking this man, Mr. Sankey, where is your 4 there? You sitting on the TV, people are listening you. You are not Region 4. Let me, smallest grandchild for me know what Region 4 there. But what I am saying, why he has to leave there?
Yes.
There to go to America.
Yes.
To have that. When he can do it right here.
Yeah.
If you answer my question, I'm waiting for, I'm sitting and hold on to just get an answer from you or Mr. Sankey.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I don't know if he doesn't trust the doctors here, right, or what, but the procedures probably he feels that he should get the procedure. You don't forget the PPP had sent a lot. That guy who died, whose wife is still a prominent member of the PPP, he died after he was going through treatment in the States. What's his name again? She is a prominent member of the PPP. What I'm saying is that all of them went for expensive treatment abroad. So it's a trend.
That's right.
It's a trend. But what I'm saying is
that there was poor people got to get medical treatment.
Well, as I said, they have to subsidize the treatment for the poor people here. They have to help them to survive too. You know, because there's no equality. You know, there's no equal opportunity at all.
Mr. Sharma.
Yes.
Mr. Sankey.
Yes.
I think Mr. Sankey got a good idea what we're talking about here.
Yes.
I think this administration right now in office, we have one minister, right, who have like our 6 house around Horstel and Moko. Between Horstel and scheme, right, and Eccles scheme, one minister got like about 6 house.
Who's the minister?
I ain't calling him.
Okay.
What are the initials?
I just want you to understand. You're going to hear one day. You're going to hear. And you're going to know what I'm talking about. You're going to remember I tell you this on the TV.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Good.
That's all? You want to disclose the name?
He said between Horstelling and Eccles.
You can't ask us between Horstelling and
But you got to ask him, did he have it before he came to power?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Calling. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Good afternoon, Mr. Sharma, Mr. Sankey.
Good afternoon.
All right. We're hearing all the complaints about the Jordan Public Hospital,
yes,
right?
Yes.
You think it's right for you have hardcore criminals coming to seek medical attention, and you're going to have them between all of the other patients? You have kids, you have senior citizens, and you're going to have hardcore criminals, and if you get the smell, right?
Okay.
It's not right. Somebody needs to look. The problem is, the PPP talk can bring up about the specialty hospital. The coalition scrapped it.
Yes.
It was really a great idea to take off all these people and these patients and these different kind of cases. So we are not moving forward. I think the ILD don't know. When this contract to be signed, right? This is the single greatest, largest contract going to be signed in Guyana history. Recorded history, right? I think they needed the government and the opposition to sit down and make this deal. Rather than to go to a secret deal and then it becomes skin up after 14 months. Both parties, the opposition and the government, should sit down and come up with something that is acceptable, because this deal is not for politicians. This deal is for the entire Guyanese.
for all the Guyana. Right? There is another problem. We need to look at our borders, all these Venezuelans we have running back to Guyana, because we lose their job when they come here. Nobody is saying nothing. If I am going to work for $2,000 a day, a man come from Venezuela or a woman come and they're going to accept for work for $1,200. And they're going to, the employee now going to employ these guys. And we lose. So I don't know, this whole country is so messed up.
Thank you.
Well, there's a serious refugee problem in Venezuela.
Thank you. Let me tell you this. I contest region 4 and region 3. They're two powerful. Region 4 and region 3. I contest strong contest that. That's why I said the people don't know what they're saying. I just want to contest the region 4 and region 3. And that's why they do not know that. Call you in. Hello?
Mr. Sharma, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Mr. Sankey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
A lady called just asking about why the Prime Minister has to go outside to look after his heart.
Yes.
When Mr. Jaggi was president, he had diarrhea and he left Guyana and went outside also. So what's the big issue?
Exactly.
I went in a private plane.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, because there was some. I'm trying to remember the guy who Narwin Chandrapal. A lot of billions probably were spent.
Yes.
You know, and he was very sick, but because he was an MP, he was this and that. He was taking care.
He's very sick.
It was very expensive, very, very expensive. So what has happened to, as I said, in the case of Nagamoto, I don't know if the bypass surgery procedure, he feels safe enough, because you don't know who is who.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Burnham did take medical treatment in Guyana.
In Guyana,
he didn't run outside.
That's true. That's true. Caller, you need hello. Hello, caller, you need hello.
Yeah, Mrs. Sankey, Mrs. Sharma.
Yes.
Moses V. Nagamoto is the first vice president and the prime minister of this country.
Yes.
And he, by any faith or review after Granger, is he.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You just now call Mr. Chandrapal, Mr. Sankey.
Yes.
The junior minister of agriculture from Essequibo. He went and get his heart surgery right over there and come back and dead after election.
Yes.
And all the ministers went and spent their money outside for get fine, shine, white teeth.
Yes.
Before election.
Yes.
What the trash these people actually are on the flip of kind of not.
Okay.
That man is going for a second bypass heart surgery.
Okay.
He's going to Carter Center.
Okay.
He ain't going for actually look after diarrhea.
Okay.
Yes.
You got enough guava leave here. So if the new opposition member or leader wants some more, you could get for he.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Narwin Chandrapal, he said, was a junior minister of agriculture. And he had his bill was very heavy, very heavy. I'm not saying that it shouldn't be done, but what I'm saying, they shouldn't complain. But this guy is the deputy to Granger. He's the deputy to the president.
Call you
first vice president.
Hey, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
I would like to commend Mr. Robert Prasad.
Yes.
For the way he did his presentation.
Yes.
The words that came from him were words of wisdom.
Yes.
And that's a sign that he is or can be a good leader.
Okay.
So I want to commend him. His words were not destructive.
Okay.
They were not meant to sway the Guyanese people.
Okay.
Like the way I hear some other persons are speaking.
Okay.
So kudos to Mr. Robert Prasad.
Okay. Thank you very much for your suggestion.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, he spoke at the oil symposium and he came in from the States. He's living in the States now.
Yes.
Robert Prasad lives in the States. Remember his children were born in the States?
Each children are born in the
States. They're U.S. citizens.
U.S. citizens, that's right.
Yeah, he was a former minister of natural resources. Remember when the gold disappeared in Curacao? I would like to question him on that.
Yes.
What happened with the gold?
What
is the true story?
About that.
Yes.
Calling you here. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sharma.
Good afternoon.
I hear a guy just say about Jackson Hospital have dialysis machine, right?
Yes.
Yes, but he doesn't know anything about dialysis, right? He doesn't know. It's only 40 sessions he does get, Mr. Sharma.
Yes.
He doesn't know nothing.
Okay.
They must shut him out.
40 sessions.
Pardon me?
Yeah.
40 sessions, you said.
Yeah, there's only get from here. As soon as you come to the hospital, well, you got to start paying.
Okay.
So he doesn't know nothing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And the other thing.
Hello? But the other guy works at the hospital, you know. So we will see if he'll probably respond.
Yes.
Yes,
yes, yes.
I told you that there's a lot of people there who offer the session. They left from the board that was set because they are for other people. The amount of people that for the government is failure and alarming. It's coming and they don't want to go in iron. Right? Because they don't have a problem, but they need much more.
They need much more.
Okay.
Much more than this.
Okay.
Much more.
Yeah, I should be doing some stuff concerning people saying that
yes.
Yeah, the person they found down the people of the world traveling overseas for yes, for treatment. In the parliament, this government will stay to come here to stop certain ministers from working about the treatment. I know they talk about and they're right.
Okay.
You see how this like this, we gotta politicians. They're not that fair, and people following them.
They all went to treatment. Leslie Ramsamy is another one.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, more than the win. And then government, the opposition used to say, the Spanish people want to put it on no baby people for us. And they're sending their people up.
Yes.
Really poor people. But we got to the hospital.
Yes.
And it's not the answer machine.
Yes.
After you're done with that,
thank you very much. We talk about Rapat Prasad. Rapat Prasad can get Congo, the gold, where disappear.
Yeah, the Curacao Heist.
Curacao, that's right. Yeah. But there's a caller saying, Rapat Prasad, good man.
He speaks well. You see what I'm saying?
He speaks well, yes.
When you can talk nicely, you can charm people.
Charm people, yes. Got the charm for the people.
Yes. Yeah. And he's cooperating with the government. He's not hostile like the opposition leader.
He's not hostile because he got a lot of money. He get money. He get big time money.
Yeah.
That's why he talks so good. If you don't get money, you're going to speak so good.
Maybe the agent of the U.S.
Yeah, who knows that? Calling you, hello.
Mr. Sankey.
Yes.
I know your proper struggle for talk why the Prime Minister. So let the caller know after I call. Let him know we are not saying that other ministers and other government officials in the PPP didn't go. But you are in here now. So we are looking to see if you can do it here or you can go to Brad. I want Mr. Sankey know if he do it here and he trusts people and he go to America and he said, Dad, when God ready for blow the candle out, that's the end of you. So it makes no difference. But what I am saying, look at it, we are looking at it in different perspectives, where we are saying the other government do it and this government do the same thing.
No, we're not saying that. We're not saying you should do like them. We say you should get the best treatment. We want the best treatment for him.
He needs to talk. We are not saying that the Prime Minister shouldn't go, Don't get me wrong. But we are saying it's a flip of the coin. Because we got a lot of heart surgery here. Who people are going, who poor people are people that live with the money. They're going and do the heart surgery and the bypass. But we go anyway. And you got for that, you're going dead. When you time reach and God ready for blow the candle, that's the end of you. That's the end of you.
Thank you very much.
Right? Good.
You seen about it?
We already said the sugar workers should get what is due to them, and the president said.
Call you on hello.
Good day, Mr. Sharma, Mr. Sankey.
Yes.
If the people that was listening in the news and hear that the doctors at the Heart Institute recommend that the Prime Minister get overseas treatment, because wherever it is, they can't handle it here.
Exactly.
So I don't know what is the big thing with them, but I'm not going to go for heart surgery for he was sent there by the doctors there. He was advised by the doctors there. If they listen to news,
yes.
they don't follow news. I just listen what the neighbor tell them.
Exactly.
When the neighbor tell them, this is what they believe.
Yeah.
Oh, they're stupid. You're right sometimes when you say a lot of illiterate people in this place. Some of them illiterate, so they may not understand what's going on.
Yeah.
The only balance for Barajag you do. Barajag, your diary, he fly out for get treatment.
Yeah.
The doctor them tell he could eat a green guava in Guyana and stop the diarrhea.
You get private plane? Yes. You had a private plane too?
Yes.
Let's see, I'm standing with the Minister of Health. And he didn't want no treatment at the Jackson Hospital. He go outside.
Let's see Ramsamy.
Nagamutu went to Jackson Art Institute and they refer him to have overseas treatment because they can't handle what's going on.
Oh. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Much, yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, still got more than one.
Yeah.
You got three sides.
Yes.
We can't please everybody at the same time.
Exactly.
I can't please everybody at the same time. Carly, hello?
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr.
Good afternoon. Yes.
You allowed the call to say before that there's no dialysis machine at Georgetown Hospital.
Yes.
And you allow me back again for call back for say that yes, only 40 treatment.
Okay.
The only way you have problem with your kidneys, mister, is you gotta stop drinking your rum. And you gotta make sure that you're doing what you're doing. I am a health officer.
Yes.
I'm not just here calling on this program to let you talk to me like you want to talk to me.
Yes.
I'm hoping that you know that I do work there.
Okay.
Yes.
So that you yourself said just now on the same program,
yes,
no dialysis machine.
Yes.
Now you already get farted treatment. You don't pay taxpayers from you can't cut the money.
Okay.
Right now the persons them you get a farted treatment and got a whole set of them because you're complaining that there's a lot of people there. Y'all don't pay we supposed to only to pay or look after 200 patients. Y'all got we pack up the 200,000 patients there.
Okay.
What part we getting the energy from? What part we getting the money from? This government just took over 2.5 years.
Yes.
Still get raise of salary for more than 50%.
Yes.
Right? When y'all been giving we 5% on December, and you talking trash, and we still gotta work along with it. And we gotta look after people like y'all to get more instead of dialysis now.
Yes.
To get heart surgery too.
Okay.
You can go just behind what part the other rest go.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
You see, needs more machines and more people to serve, and they need to spread it out. Not all of you are coming to Georgetown. You should have a machine.
I think that have, yes.
On. And the other hospitals and so on.
Others.
Years now, the PPP government stifled ICT.
Okay.
All of them. And I used to watch it and wonder.
Yes.
Indian government or Coolie government punish Coolie people because the majority of workers is Indians. But this Barajagir especially, you understand, these people don't care about the Indians, black, Portuguese, all they care about is I am control, I could do what I like.
Okay.
Now somebody else is doing what they used to be doing. It's a problem, but it's the oil money, Mr. Sharma.
Okay.
Then instead of Guyana get better and they come together, they need to keep it like that.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons they've been pushing the Coolie people against black people all the time.
Okay.
But it didn't work.
Yes.
Now this government is trying to push unity.
Yes.
Got a chief of staff that
yes.
up in the morning and pray to God.
Yes.
The one true God.
Okay.
You look around, you see the Chief Justice is a Christian. The President is a Christian. Guyana is headed for a new place. Let's continue working together and hope to reach there. Instead of pulling down one another. He's talking about the sugar workers. When the man that buy the 100 million from the rice board or the rice people,
yes.
the slush fund money,
yes.
he never paid it back. And he's a member of parliament.
Yeah.
Where's the justice in that? You know how much poor people they got on the road? I got school children going to school without shoes. You got store owners sending 50 or 40 pairs of shoes to get bush people in the bush. What these people do with the money with their tech?
Okay.
Nothing for Guyana.
Okay.
I think they should put, they got a particular, remember when the fire in Camp Street, when the jail board?
Yeah.
They got a big building that survived there.
Yes.
So honestly, what I was saying, that building is for Barajak. You and alibis. No, they're lucky the jail board down there, not using that building for the prisoners up to this man in the darkness. That was specifically for Barajagio and all his cohorts. They didn't get rum for drink. But I would have carried one thing and get him
Okay.
Just like how he's doing things to the prison. Yeah. I would have been doing that just as well. I don't know what's going on in this country, but if we are a good thing, let's work together, Mr. Shaw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really. I think we all should propagate, pushing that. Give them 5 years, give them 10 years. Let me see if they do nothing by 10 years. I will vote them out.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want about 5 or 10 years.
And it's only 2 years in power.
Yes, yes.
Look what they've done in the past 2 years.
Yes, yes.
Let's use the track record as compared to 20 years with the PPP.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Come on, let's be realistic about it. This thing is about Guyana. I really hope that we can push this thing and our children, Mr. Chairman, can have a future.
What do you think about the fuel?
I don't want to have to go to the States.
No, what do you think about the fuel? Fuel.
Say that again. I didn't get that.
Yeah, what do you think about the fuel? Fuel.
Oil?
Yes, yeah, oil.
Oil.
Yeah.
That's all I'm about. But when Omai was here, look what Omai did.
Yeah.
They all the gold and the equipment.
Okay.
They bring the sugar now as an issue. The people that came do what they had to do at Skeleton, and it never worked properly.
Okay.
It's hundreds of millions gone out there.
Okay.
Robert Prasad, I know personally he was responsible for a lot of crime in this country because he had a bunch of in your boys, 17 or 16-year-olds with guns doing crime, Mr. Sharma. They weren't doing crime.
How you know that?
They were.
How you know that?
I nearly became a part of it because it was organized to be rifle.
Yes.
Mr. Sharma, let me go into that. But this country has a lot of bad people and wicked people. I think we should put them on a boat and sail them away, or put them in jail, starting with Jack Dio and boys.
What do you do, Robert Prasad? What do you do about it? What do you do with it?
Mr. Sharma,
he living abroad now.
A lot of things went on in that era, and Mr. Sharma, Mr. Jack Dio said certain things in certain meetings, and people acted on it, and nothing came out of it, and people died.
Okay.
I know that personally because I was running with them.
Okay.
And one time people used to tell me, you drinking the soup too? And yes, I was lying with them, I was drinking with them, I had a relative in the government, we used to be getting certain monies, being for do certain bad business, and we enjoyed it.
Okay.
But just as well, that era is done.
Okay.
If there was a call for inquiry and so on and so on, a lot of people would go to jail, Mr. Baham Sharma.
Okay.
Especially the people around Barajakio. The word one HL, he just come about. His son is an man, he got something the international throughout Guyana. We wonder about it from the starting. But come on, ain't none of them have a clean record.
Okay.
But they pointing figures today, though.
No, that's not perfect. You're not perfect. No, that's
well,
not
we're
perfect.
all in place, you know. But just as well, you can't point fingers at people when you got 4 pointing back at you.
Okay.
You ever look at it? When you point you on at somebody, so how much pointing back at you? 3.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Got to tell you who perfect really in this country.
Exactly.
Who perfect in this country?
That's right.
Nobody's that perfect.
I think we had the last 2 calls.
Yeah, last 2 calls. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Yeah, Mr. Sharma.
Yes.
I will ask you, right? Yeah, stop. Is up there, right? You listening?
Yes. I'm listening.
Linden.
Yes.
Gold, diamond, gold, right? And you don't get no satisfaction in living at river.
Yes.
If you go into the bush and you tie your armor under the bush and somebody keep it, nobody entertains. We just asking the government if they could put a hostel there or something so we could pay our money so we could sleep if we don't have a truck to go into the area.
Yes, that's true.
Because you're sleeping right by the bush and people keep in your bag and everything.
Okay.
You don't know where you could stay there.
Okay. What part in India? What part is in India? Where do you live? Where you there?
I live in Letter.
Okay.
So you want the hotel situate where?
No, what we say, right? They get enough bushman that go to the bush.
Yes.
They don't have a truck at the same time to carry you in. Sometimes you reach at the junction late.
Okay.
So we asking at the base there in Rizla if we could put something there.
Okay.
It's by where? Lombard Street?
And we could pay for stay there.
Okay.
We get a lock and a key to lock it.
Okay.
So the little money we're paying now, if anything wrong to the building, you could take it and repair back the building.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. We'll find the calendar here. Caller, you need help.
The second one, yeah.
Hello? Hello, caller. Hello? Hello? Caller, you need hello?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, yes.
Mr. Sharma, could you really recall, Mr. Sharma, like how you just relax and just listen to what they say about these sugar workers? Could you think when you were trying to protest for them back in the days, what they have done to you?
Yes.
The amount of pressure that you got through.
I got a lot of pressure I go through, a lot of pressure I went through.
Oh my, it's only fair to hold you up, Mr. Sharma. And the concerning what you need in this public health. It's for the hospital itself just to develop, we increase the nurses and the doctors' money and, like, strengthen the staff more. So, as the people come, the people are there to serve them and get these, get it in local system, develop our hospital, increase the pay, because it don't be nice as nurses and those guys, but you have to work in these kind of hours for those kind of salaries. Mr. Sharma.
Pay attitude.
These people know that as a minister also, when you take if they in the constitution, a health bill, your health bill could actually move you. So there is no complaint that the prime minister should go outside on that. But what we need is our system itself to be upgraded. You see me, increase the salary of everyone and get our system running. So if you go there, it's no time to take time. Because sometimes you got to really low. By the time alone, it kill you right there. What we need is system to boost up the people's salary. It don't be nice how them people is working, Mr. Sharma. Real talk. Later.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but it's not just increasing salaries here. Nurses have to have the right attitude. They got to be caring people. You have to have those kind of
nurses and doctors got to be more careful with the patient.
Yes.
Nurses and doctors have take more care of the patient.
Yeah. And then too, we have doctors who work in a 3-4 hospitals.
Yeah,
so they leave a patient after then they run somewhere else. If a complication arises, sometimes they're not present to deal with it. So we need to have doctors who can stay on the scene too.
I do that next final card here. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Shaw?
Yes.
No, you're talking about the sugar workers.
Yes.
Some can't travel an extra 2 miles to go to work.
Yes.
Well, I tell you, I used to work in the sugar industry. I worked 15 years.
Yes.
I used to do transportation of the cane cutters.
Yes.
I used to transport cane cutters from Playmont to State.
Yes.
And bring it till to Enmore.
Yes.
Every single day.
Okay.
I used to transport cane cutters from K Grove, bring them to Diamond.
Okay.
I used to transport cane cutters from I-Flat Estate till as far as Paris and bring them to Diamond.
You bring them a long distance, so they can't complain.
Telling you what 2 miles more than can't travel.
Exactly.
Those times I used to travel all those distances.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There is work for them. Let them take up the work.
Yes. Before you conclude, what would you like to say finally?
Well, see, and most of the people spoke about the hospital here, and we think that it is not just salaries alone. We have to have nurses who are caring about people, who are people-oriented and who would not be using their cell phones when people are going on.
Nurses and doctors got to pay more attention to the patient.
And doctors to be paid well so that they won't be running to 3-4 other places to do a thing. But then they can give the aftercare attention to the patient as well.
So we are there. Thank you. Have a nice day. God bless you. Thank you very much.